Hey guys, Straight Razor Revolution here. I got tagged in a video for hashtag my other obsessions. So I figure I'd throw together a little video showing one of my. I have a bunch of other obsessions, but besides wet shaving. And I agree with Jason on the honing being an obsession that's separate but also intertwined with wet shaving, and it's also one of my obsessions. I've spent a lot of time trying to learn it. I love it. I love honing, not just razors, knives, other things, kitchenware, survival knives, what have you. So one of my other top obsessions, I'm not going to talk about all of them, but, honing aside, I'm going to talk about one of my other top obsessions, and that is survival. Primitive survival, in a modern world is a skill set that I feel like every man should have, especially if you have a family that depends on you, because in this day and age, nothing is guaranteed. So, I'm always, I'm a carpenter by trade. I do all kinds of stuff. I build things. I destroy things. I live in the country, and one of my favorite things to do is to go off into the wilderness and practice my skills at tracking, identifying tracks, things of that nature. Also setting primitive snare traps, snare traps, all different types of stuff like that. But what I've done here is I've basically put together what a lot of people call a bug out bag. I just call it my survival gear. I do keep it in the trunk of my car, and actually I spent quite a lot of money putting this particular bag set together. Recently it got a little bit damaged because, like I said, I put it in the trunk of my car, and a jug of bleach was also in that trunk, and it got knocked over. So the bottom of the bag got a little bit of bleach on it, so it's bleached, but I'm going to be replacing that pretty soon. So I'll just show it. This is my survival bug out bag. Overall, it's under 50 pounds, and I have all types of gear here that you would need in a survival situation. I've modified the bag. A lot of these, cord pulleys. This is all paracord, 550 cords, plenty of feet. There's about 20 feet there just in that one fob, and every one of the zipper pulls has one. So I've got, probably a couple hundred feet of paracord just attached to my zipper pulls. The bag right now is not set up the way I would normally have it set up for a survival situation, so I have everything, in all the different little compartments, and this does have a lot of compartments. You can't really see it too good because the whole everything's black or whatnot, but the bag itself is relatively lightweight. I've got compasses attached to the shoulder straps. It's got all types of little bags on the strap, and like I said, every one of them's got a paracord zipper pull. Here, I'll throw it on real quick. It's relatively lightweight. A couple of my items got destroyed by the bleach. I had a survival lightweight hammock that's intended for being able to throw it up anywhere basically real fast. It's got it's thermal, so it keeps the heat in, lets you breathe. Has a bug net that zips up over it. The bag itself is very comfortable. The waist straps on the sides here that wrap around, each one of these has built-in holsters for sidearms. And as you can see, the bag sits nice and high, and when you're all strapped in, it's not going anywhere, man. I got about I can't reach it, but I've got a bunch of cordage there. Cordage is a mainstay of survival, so I've got plenty of cordage from just utility rope to paracord to climbing ropes, everything. But like I said, my bag right now is not set up the way I would normally have it set up. I got a couple morality patches there. These were given to me, these patches here, they just come right off, were given to me by my brother. He's in the Army. But as you can see, I've got some fishing tackle. I've got straps, different cordage of all types. I've got metal wire, thin gauge metal wire for, let me adjust this a little bit, for setting different types of snare traps. I got a headlamp in here. you know, because at nighttime, man, you want to be able to see. So I got a headlamp. That's always good to have. I've got a CRKT, and CRKT is one of my favorite companies. This is what's called an Eaton tool. Comes with a small carabiner, so you can just, you know, attach it to whatever you want on here or whatever. Right? Normally, I would keep this on the outside, separate from anything that it could clang against, so you could be quiet. And this one's actually pretty unique because it is a small spork, and it comes with a bottle opener on it on the side, and several hex head type ratchet deals, and this side here is a flathead screwdriver. So that's pretty awesome. Doesn't cost much, you know, but comes in real handy. Let's see what we got in this pocket. Like I said, my bag is not set up the way I'd normally have it set up because I took it on a trip to Florida recently, and I had packed a bunch of clothes in there, so I took all my stuff out, and I haven't gotten back around to setting it up yet. That's why it's in the house and not in the car. In one of these small side pouches, I have a Stanley multi-tool. Highly recommend these for anybody who is building a bug out bag or survival tool of some kind. These are just great to have. Even smaller ones for EDC. You know, it's got everything. It's got small saws on here. You know, little corkscrews and small saws and all types of stuff. You know, so they're just great to have. Small saw. I could cut a tree down with that saw. I mean, it's that aggressively toothed. You know, it's got a file. Small knife, all kind of stuff. These are great to have. Normally every one of these pockets are packed with something. I don't know where I have everything right now. Oh, this thing is pretty cool. It's pretty unique. This is a survival saw for clearing wood, cutting trees down, what have you. Looks kind of like a chainsaw blade. It's got these nylon handles on the side, so you just wrap it around something and go to town. On the top of my bag, I keep a flashlight, you know, just to, you know, if I'm in a situation where I got to go and for whatever reason I need to get into my bag for something, I don't want to be fumbling around in the dark, so I keep a flashlight attached to the top handle, which it has a nice top, meaty handle, and I have it right here so I can look at what I'm doing so I'm not fumbling around in the dark. Now let's get inside this bag and see what we got. Like I said, everything's all bunched up right now just because I haven't set my bag back up, but, you know, I've got some food. I got some MREs. These things are good for a long, long time. Always got to have some food with you. I've got a military grade Camelback here. And these are awesome because, you know, they're super lightweight. I can carry 3 liters of water in this particular Camelback. It's OD green, so it blends in real well, and it's got the big bite with the drain stop here. You know, so it's you get plenty of water on this. It's not like some of those other ones where you're, you know, biting on it trying to get water and you can't. This here is an inline filter. Okay, so it filters up, you know, pretty much anything. I could fill this up with ditch water, runoff water from the road, basically any water, questionable or not, you know, swamp water, whatever. If I fill this bag up and I drink it straight from this hose, I'm gonna be all right. This thing filters out. It's got like a 3-stage filter in here, and it filters everything from large particles to microscopic particles, cryptosporidium, all types of stuff. The only thing that it will not filter are certain types of like pathogens, disease, and things like that, but I have something else for that. If I can find it, I don't know, I'll come to it when I come to it, but I've got some more nylon cord here, more paracord. You can never have enough cordage in a survival situation, folks. Another flashlight. This one is a mechanism charged flashlight, so you charge it up like this, so you never need battery, so you always have a flashlight in case the batteries run out. More cordage. This actually goes to one of my knives. And I've got a lot of medical supplies. Another little bladder for, this is actually pretty cool. This is a back flush system for my Camelback. So once the filter gets clogged up, you just attach this little piece here to the top of that, and you fill this full of water and you squeeze it and it flushes the filter out. So it's pretty awesome. Another flashlight. Never can have enough flashlights. Light is important. I've got some flint and ferrous fire striker rod here. That way you're not caught out in the cold. Let's see, what else do we got? Okay, this is basically my fire starting kit right here. If my ferro rod or a bow drill method fails on me, I've got some cotton ball soaked in some flammable petroleum product that's got, I actually mixed it up myself. I mixed lighter fluid with petroleum and soaked it into cotton balls, and I keep it in that pill jar so that it doesn't stink the joint up and it doesn't lose its moisture. I've got some waterproof matches, plenty of those. A lighter. There's a rule of thumb in survival, and it goes like this: 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. If you got 2 of something, you basically got 1. If you got 1, you got none. So carry multiples. And you know, maybe it's just the child in me, but I carry a quarter stick dynamite here, just in case. Well, yeah, let's just call it a firecracker. I don't need to be having nobody knocking on my door. Just in case I ever need to, not for destruction or to hurt anybody, but if I was ever in a situation where I needed to, distract and divert, these types of firecrackers come in real handy to cause a pretty quick distraction for me to, draw attention over here and get over there. What else do we got? This here is usually on the actual strap of my bag, right above my compass. It's a survival whistle. Just in case you're injured and you can't call out or they're too far away, you can use this and they will hear you. This is a pretty neat gadget that I have. I have it here hooked with a Night Eyes figure 8 beaner. These things are awesome, for quick attachments. I can attach it anywhere. I have things hanging off my bag in case the inside of my bag gets full. And this is actually where I keep this device. I keep it up here, so when I'm wearing my bag on my back, it hangs on the top like this. Okay, and this is a solar charger for USB devices like phones, tablets, other things like that. So you never have to have an outlet to charge your device. You just throw this on the bag, it charges up with the sun, you plug directly into it with your device with a USB cord, and you're good to go. All right, what else do we got? Yep, just going back to the whole 2 is 1 and 1 is none philosophy of survival equipment, I have another 3-liter Omega Water Beast water bladder, Camelback design. Both of these are microbial. They're made with microban technology. So once you put the water in here, the liner of this will not allow bacteria and microorganisms to form inside the water and to actually start killing some that are in there. Another inline hose that goes to it. This is an addition that I built myself. Another big bite attachment with a drain stop end on it. This here is a Sawyer mini water filter. Okay, this thing will filter up to, I think, 1 micron absolute hollow fiber membrane water filter, and it's a 3-stage as well. These are amazing water filters. I don't care what it is, man. Short of just probably would even where you could filter out cow piss and drink some clear water. I'm telling you, it's that good. I trust this thing with my life, and you got to with your survival equipment. What else do we got in here? More MREs, more food. I've got cold weather military grade MREs, which these things are really good. And anybody doesn't know, MREs are relatively expensive. So I'm lucky. My brother's in the Army, and he sends me, anything I want as far as MREs. I could have a box of them here tomorrow. And those things are expensive, man. One of these runs about $30 if you buy it on, retail or whatever. This one is this is a warm weather, and MRE stands for meal ready to eat for anybody that doesn't know. This is spaghetti with meat sauce, and it has everything in here. It has toilet paper, it has drink packages where you just mix with water, cocoa, Kool-Aid, coffee, sugar, salt, pepper. It even has a fork. It has a package in here that's self-heating, so all you do is crack it, add water, and then it heats up. It actually becomes boiling hot, and it heats up your food. And if you didn't know, you can also make a small IED, an improvised explosive device out of that package. I learned how to do that from a guy in the military. I've never attempted to do it myself, and I don't recommend that you do. These cold weather ones don't have that heating element in there because you don't need them. And I have another MRE. You can never have too much food. This one's chili macaroni with beef, and this one is chicken and rice. All right. I actually think that's it as far as what's in my bag immediately right now. a lot of my stuff is just bunched up with these things. And like I said, some of my other items, like my Jetboil, which is a device that boils water for you. It's a open flame and it has a canister. You cook food in it and all that. That was destroyed. My sleep system was destroyed. It was a very lightweight space age type of fiber that the bleach just completely destroyed it. You know, it was rated for like 500 pounds and I could literally stick my finger through it after the bleach soaked in. I've just got all kinds of other medical equipment here. I've got some clean saline, itch cream. I've got some gauze, all kinds of gauze and medical equipment. I've got packages of all kinds of stuff, from, you know, little packages with fingernail clippers and tweezers and smelling salts and hand sanitizer, everything, all types of little medical packages like that in there. And I keep them separated in these little pouches just so that when I go to grab one thing, I don't ruin everything. This one is a pretty good little pack. This is my emergency kit right here. This is a suture pack, medical grade suture pack for giving yourself stitches and everything that you could imagine that would go along to kind of facilitate that process is in this bag. Rubber gloves, iodine pads, alcohol swabs, things of that nature. You know, antibacterial ointment for afterwards to rub it down with. So I keep all that in here so I know, you know, if I have a laceration or somebody else is injured and needs to be stitched up, I just grab this package and everything I need to do is in here. So there was like I said before I took this last road trip, there was a pretty good method to the madness. It was all spaced out, I knew where everything was. I just need to reorganize a little bit. Here's my minor kit, some smelling salts. There is some chapstick, gauze sling, some burn aid gel, things like that in there in that bag. Good stuff to have. You know, triangular bandages. This is basically my medical bag right here. So I keep all my medical stuff. I've got a cold pack in there, just in case. So yeah, I keep that bag, one whole bag for medical supplies, and I keep that separate from everything else. And, you know, these Ziploc bags, these things are amazing for, in case you have to cross water, you put all your perishables in there. I've got one other thing. I don't remember where it is. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I need to try to locate it. Okay, well, it's here somewhere. I just don't know exactly where. And what it is it's actually in case you have to cross water. It is a Lewis and Clark dry bag. I don't remember the exact amount it carries. About that tall, about that big around, and you stuff everything. It's heavy duty poly, so you stuff everything you want in there, and you twist the top, you wind it down, and then it latches around on itself. So whatever you put in there is completely waterproof. I need to find that because I don't know where it is, and I thought it was in my bag. So this is one of the problems you face when you leave town for a little while. You inevitably you never have all of your stuff in one spot. What else have we got in here? Okay, what we have here is, this is not open, so I'm not going to open it. But this is a bottle of Coughlin's emergency iodine tablets for drinking water. So in the event that I feel like my water supply is, you know, too contaminated for what my water bladders and my water filters can filter out safely, I would simply fill my bladder, add however many of this to the amount of water it would take to clean it, and it goes by amounts. So one tablet is good for cleaning X amount of 1 quart or 1 liter. So if I was to fill up one whole 3 liter, it would take 3 of these tablets, and then you just wait 20 minutes, shake it up real good, and it's good to drink. And, you know, having fresh water is a must. So especially in survival situations, especially when people depend on you. So, you know, I just try to make sure that I have everything I need for those situations. Try not to take too long here. Okay, so those are the basic things that I, you know, keep for survival situations. Another MRE here. Actually, this is a pork rib MRE. These ones here are scrambled eggs with ham, peppers, and cheese. If you didn't believe me. Okay, another thing I carry is an EDC knife. EDC stands for everyday carry, so I always have this with me no matter what. And going with that philosophy of 2 is 1 and 1 is none, I also have the CRKT Triumph neck knife that I carry with me. It actually attaches straight to a neck chain. You would wear it like this, or it actually has a clip on the back you could attach to your belt. Another EDC that I have is the Smith & Wesson Homeland Security escape and egress knife. Look at that bevel shine, baby. This knife I really love. There's a lot of heft to it. It's, you know, a full 1/4 inch thick in the spine. It's got a pretty serious bone saw, and it's not serrated on the cutting bevel. So I just really love this knife. If you look closely here, and here, there's holes, and that's for attaching this to the end of a pole or a branch and making it into a spear. It's full tang. It does have a metal end coming out at the bottom of it for a pommel for crushing things. I have another knife about the same size that is a survival knife. It's called the Ultimate Survival Knife. It's the Bear Grylls edition of the Gerber knife, and that knife is phenomenal. It's in the car right now, but the pommel end of it is a waffle head hammer. It has the same drilled holes for making it into a spear. That one has about this much of a serrated blade edge. It's a molded polymer handle. This one is a G10 handle. But that one has, on the back of the sheath right here, it has a diamond knife hone. So you always have a hone with you. This one here has a spot for a hone right here, but I took it out and I actually use it for something else. I use it for honing pretty much all the time, generating slurry on my smaller stones. So, I mean, these are just some of the things I have. A lot of the other stuff I have is spread out through the house. I just wanted to take, you know, a minute to show you some of the things that I have. And of course, there's Lucille. This is a spruce wood baseball bat. Well, I don't know if you call it baseball bat. I made it out of a 2x4. You can see it's imperfect. I basically whittled it with a knife and then hand sanded everything down. Added some electrical tape, 3mm electrical tape. Drilled a few holes in the end and added some 1/4 inch threaded rod. This right here is my home defense system. Unless they're armed, of course, and then I have something for that. But, you know, this is what I take with me when I got to check the yard at night, or if I was going to go off. I don't want to have to be making noise. So I use this for not only self-defense, but also to, you know, protect those around me. I've got one other thing that I want to show you. This is usually always attached to my bug out bag. I never go into the wilderness without it. This is the Gerber Gator machete, and you can see here it's got plenty of use. It is still razor sharp. I keep this thing sharpened all the time. The entire back of it is a sawtooth. It works really well. This thing is so sharp though. You know, I can cut down branches that big around with just a couple swipes. It is a rubberized handle that comes off with 2 bolts, bang bang, and you take it off and you tighten it up, whatever. This thing is razor sharp. I've built a massive lean-to with this, just chopping down as many branches as I needed to, you know. It's got a nice lanyard on the end, but I keep that strapped to my bag, you know, dangling on the side where my the hip wraparounds would be. I keep that dangling there for easy access, and I also keep the this is also a Gerber knife. This is the Gerber Prodigy Tanto paracord handle wrap. Always have extra cordage. I keep this one strapped because this is a tactical bag, so there's molly webbing everywhere. You can see that that webbing there. The back of this has also got MOLLE webbing, and it attaches right here. So I keep that strapped right to the shoulder plate there at all times. So yeah, so that's it. You know, I'm into survival. I'm into outdoorsy type stuff, mainly for my own protection, having skills that I can survive, you know, when the grocery stores are no longer operating and, you know, it's not safe to go out there and just buy a can of water or whatever it is. I want to have the skills to be able to protect my family. So yeah, oh, I got one more thing I want to show you. This is cool. So this is a paracord lanyard, okay, that I made with 550 paracord, okay. There's a couple different styles of knots in here that you would learn if you were into doing these type of things. This is a self-defense tool, okay. It's called a monkey fist. Again, several different types of paracord knot in here, and this is a lead ball inside, solid lead ball. But this is one of my EDC items, my everyday carry. So this is my keychain. This is what I take with me when I go places. Again, it has a small multi-tool on it, okay, and it has everything you'd expect a multi-tool to have. What else? Again, plenty of paracord. If you didn't know, cordage, especially paracord, is good for, you know, all types of things, from building shelter to hanging food off the ground to, you know, making improvised fishing line to making snares to all types of stuff. It is great. It is amazing stuff. It is a must-have for any bug out bag or survival situation. This little joker right here, I know it looks strange. It's not the most pretty thing in the world. I've had it for a long time. This is what's called a survival grenade. Inside of this thing, okay, so first of all, there's about 100 feet of paracord here. Inside of this thing, there are razor blades, waterproof matches, those pills that the iodine pills that purify water. There's another suture kit in here. There is a very small ceramic knife. All types of different little things, fishing tackle, weights, hooks, all that stuff is inside of there. In case I get caught slipping and I'm away from my bug out bag, I have stuff on me, everyday carry. I have stuff on me that will get me back home to my, you know, family, so that I can get them out of there to safety. All right. So now that you think I'm a crazy person, you know, that's it. That's one of my other obsessions. If you can't tell, I'm passionate about it. I love this stuff. You know, this was a tag video. Thanks, Jason, for tagging me, man. I appreciate that. Love doing stuff like this. You know, who am I going to tag? Who can I tag? You already tagged Chad. He's a friend of mine. Let's see. You know what? I'm not going to tag anybody off the top of my head because I'm not super close to a bunch of people in the shaving community, even though I do follow a lot of people. I don't know that a lot of people follow my channel. So I'm going to leave the tagging others to you know, those best suited to it, that have a lot of followers and whatnot. And just call this video done because it's running on 28 minutes now. But, you know, Straight Razor Revolution here, guys. Had fun doing this video. Can't wait to see what the other guys in the tag videos have. All right? Stay sharp, boys. Straight Razor Revolution. I'm out of here.